motherfucking money, nigga, believe that. Gotta make this money, man. Gotta make this money, bump my ego anywhere till I die. Big money, this money, man. Gotta make this money, bump my ego anywhere.
Back to Wrestling Rants and Reviews, and as always, I'm your host, Big Mike, and this is episode 67. And in this episode, we're going to talk a little bit about forgetting. That's right. This is the forgetting. Or the Forgetful Unbagging. That's right. I was just going through a bunch of my DVDs and organizing them a little bit according to DVD or pay-per-view, according to documentary, according to show, blah, 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 blah. A little OCD maybe, nothing huge. I just wanted to, see what I had also because I was starting to forget. And in my journey of fooling around with my DVDs, getting to the forgetting unbagging, or the forgetting unbagging episode, I forgot about these 4 DVDs that I have, and they are all Ring of Honor DVDs, and they haven't even been opened. And I don't know how long I've had them. They may have been sitting around since the last time I went to Ring of Honor, and that's going back to November. I can't remember. See, you start to lose your mind when you get old. So, anyways, I forget how long these have been sitting around. Obviously, I got a deal when I went to Ring of Honor. Usually they got 6 for $50 or whatever it is. I forget. See, I forget. So it's a good title. The Forgetting, or the Forgetful Unbagging, or whatever, unboxing, whatever you want to call it. So I'm going to take it, and I'm going to open these suckers up. And I'll give you a little preview of them, I guess. So the first one I'm going to open up is Supercard of Honor 4. This goes back to April the 3rd, 2009. And no, that's not how long I've had it. I honestly didn't get these till at least November of last year. If that's when the last pay-per-view, or the last time Ring of Honor was around, I can't remember, obviously. I could look at my ticket stub, I guess. So Supercard of Honor 4. The main event was the Royal World Title match, which was Nigel McGuinness versus Jerry Lynn. We also had Austin Aries and Jimmy Jacobs versus Tyler Black and Necro Butcher. GHC Junior Heavyweight Title match. We had Kenta versus Davey Richards. Colt Cabana versus D'Lo Brown. Bryan Danielson versus Alex Kozlov, which I'm probably sure is spectacular. 4 Corner Survival. El Generico versus Blue Demon Jr. versus Claudio Castagnoli and Brent Albright. Sweet and Sour Challenge is the Bobby Dempsey versus Kamala. Very interesting. And we also got Roderick Strong versus Katsuhiko Nakajima. We also got Chris Hero, Eddie Edwards, and Incognito versus Kevin Steen, Jay Briscoe, and Magno. And obviously opening it up, we had Eric Stevens versus Red Titus. So definitely Supercard of Honor looks pretty stacked. It emanated from Houston, Texas back in April 3rd of 2009. Next up, also from 2009, it's from June 26th in Detroit, Michigan. It is Violent Tendencies. Violent Tendencies right there. Steel Cage match was the main event. We'll just open her up and have a look-see inside first. Do the whole unbagging aspect of this episode. Open her up. Nothing on the inside. We just got the cover. Same as on the cover as on the DVD. Jimmy Jacobs, Tyler Black. We also had the World Title Tag Team match. American Wolves, obviously were the champions at that time, versus Kenta and Roderick Strong. D'Lo Brown versus Colt Cabana. 6-Man Mayhem, Austin Aries versus Rashi Brown. Versus Sami Callihan versus Delirious versus Joey Ryan versus P.D. Williams. El Generico and Kevin Steen versus Josh Raymond and Christian Abel. Nigel McGuinness versus Claudio Castagnoli. Brent Albright, Eric Stevens versus Kenny King and Red Titus, which is now the All Night Express. Grizzly Redwood versus Silas Young, and we had a bonus match, Chris Hero versus Frankie the Mobster from Montreal, Quebec, which was the week before, I believe. So that's pretty cool. Plus, we got the Nature Boy, Ric Flair, hanging out in Detroit with ROH then. Moving on, the Final Countdown Tour. This was the Final Countdown, the last day in New York City, which was Glory by Honor 8. So, as I showed you in my last ROH DVD review, I believe it was the Final Countdown Tour from Boston, Mass. Well, this is the Final Countdown. This is the end of the tour. And they had like a 3 or 4 show tour, going to Dayton, going to Boston, obviously ending up in New York. And the main event there was Nigel McGuinness versus Bryan Danielson. We had Jay and Mark Briscoe versus the Young Bucks, who is now Generation Me. World title match, Austin Aries versus P.D. Williams. Grudge match, Chris Hero versus Eddie Kingston. We have a ladder war for the ROH World Tag Team titles. American Wolves versus Kevin Steen and El Generico. Four Corner Survival, Delirious Sanjay Dutt versus Grizzly Redwood versus Roderick Strong. Claudio Castagnoli versus Kenny Omega. Dark City Fight Club, John Davis and Corey Chavez versus Cheech and Cloudy. Red Titus versus Cole Cabana, and a special appearance by Bret the Hitman Hart. And that's going back to September 26, 09. It is a 2-disc set as well, which is very cool by Ring of Honor to put out a 2-disc set. So that's 3 or 4 DVDs. And the fourth one that I forgot about, and I don't know how I could forget about this one. I think it's because I get so many DVDs at one time. You know, I'll watch 2 and then I'll get burned myself out for a while. And then I'll not open the other ones. You know, I'll be like, I'll get to them. And then in the meantime, I forget about them and then I pick up other DVDs. You know, these just get pushed back. But this is Supercard of Honor 5 from New York City. This is from May 8th of last year. As you can see there. I hope you can see. You're probably getting all fucking from the light. But anyways, it's hard to see on this to see what the matches are. The font coloring in the back of the DVD is really dark. But we have the ROH World Championship. It's Tyler Black versus Roderick Strong. ROH World Tag Team Championships, Kings of Wrestling versus the Motor City Machine Guns. Last Man Standing Death Match, Kevin Steen versus Cole Cabana. Grudge match, Austin Aries versus Delirious. Non-title match, Eddie Edwards versus Christopher Daniels. Sarah Del Rey versus Amazing Kong. And a little bit of a Shimmer match there, some Shimmer action. Eric Stevens versus Grizzly Redwood. And Jay and Mark Briscoe versus Kenny King and Red Titus. And that's going way back to New York City, May 8th of last year. So that's it, folks. 4 DVDs that I had forgotten about. I have some great wrestling action to watch in the next while. Anyways, watch them before I get to Ring of Honor May 7th myself. It's right, May 7th, Toronto, Ted Reeves Arena. Ring of Honor stopping by again. So, there I go, forgetting again. But anyways, don't forget to check out the IWWS channel. That's right. I have something new that's going on over there. For all of you that don't know about it or haven't subscribed yet, please head over to the IWWS channel, THEIWWS. That's all you got to type in. Find us, and every day over there, I'm going to have the history. That's right. The history. This day in wrestling history. That's it. Every day is going to be this day in wrestling history, brought to you by Big Mike. And on Tuesdays, we got Mugger Baby with Top 10 Tuesdays. We got the newest member, 420 Goonie, who's going to talk about the good old days. We got Nick battling back and forth with the Pizza Hut guy. We got Boston Fan. We have a lot of great shooters over there. We're going to get back into tossing the questions around amongst members. So please check it out, the IWWS. It's a great group. It's innovative, interactive. A lot of good stuff going on over there. So if I can plug anything, I'm going to plug that. Check out the channel and everything else along the channel. You'll see other channels. You'll see everybody that's involved in the group. So don't forget to subscribe to them as well. And until next time, as long as I don't forget, I'll be back with wrestling rants and reviews.